This will be a short video explaining the format of the science section of the ACT. It's important to understand how to identify the different features of this section in order to properly utilize the various strategies. First, you should know that in each ACT science section, there are 6 to 7 separate science passages that must be completed in the 35 minutes given for the section. This means that, on average, you should spend about 5 minutes on each passage. The hardest part about the science section is the timing. Knowing ahead of time the speed at which you must work through each passage will help make sure you are able to finish the section in its entirety. While the topics covered in the science section range from anything from chemistry to physics to biology, there are only 4 different types of passages on the exam: data, experimental, fighting scientists, and study/hybrid. Learning how to recognize each type of passage will greatly impact your ability to finish and perform well on the section. Data passages have a lot of charts, graphs, and tables with very little writing. There is usually no more than a small introductory paragraph summarizing the topic of the passage. The main purpose of data passages is to test students' abilities to read and interpret the information presented in charts, graphs, and tables. Experimental passages present information in the form of several experiments. The easiest way to identify experimental passages is through the headings. Each experiment is titled with a number: Experiment 1, Experiment 2, and so forth. All experimental passages will contain these headings. The only change may be that the experiments may be called studies. The headings would then read Study 1, Study 2, and so on. Fighting scientist passages are the most time-consuming passages of the section. They present various points of view about one topic. They are easily recognizable for having large paragraphs of text with little to no charts or graphs. Like the experimental passages, you can identify fighting scientist passages from their headings. The different arguments will be labeled Scientist 1, Scientist 2, and so forth. Depending on the passage, the wording of the heading could change. Instead of scientist, it could say student, hypothesis, or theory. The last type of passage, study/hybrid, is the least common type of passage. The main goal of this passage is to test students' understanding of the experimental process, how and why an experiment is set up the way it is. When viewing a study/hybrid passage, you'll notice a large section of writing as well as multiple charts or graphs. There may be a singular heading labeled study, but it will be the only study of the passage, differing from the experimental passages. That was everything you need to know about how to view the science section of the ACT. Remember to check out our channel for helpful tips and how-to videos. Finally, be sure to go to www.wilsondailyprep.com for more online test prep, including daily SAT and ACT practice questions. Daily practice is the key to testing success.